Brain oftentimes wants to be right more than it wants to be happy. And many times then this actually creates more distance than connection when we're engaging with others. Now, to be fair, it is human nature to want to be right. It is human nature to only see things from our own perspective. And since that is our natural state, sometimes it does take a little bit more concerted effort to remain open to gaining new information. Now, to illustrate this point, I want to share with you a poem called The Cookie Thief by Valerie Cox. A woman was waiting at an airport one night with several long hours before her flight. She hunted for a book in the airport shops, bought a bag of cookies, and found a place to drop. She was engrossed in her book, but happened to see that the man sitting beside her, as bold as could be, grabbed a cookie or two from the bag in between, which she tried to ignore to avoid a scene. So she munched the cookies and watched the clock as the gutsy cookie thief diminished her stock. She was getting more irritated as the minutes ticked by, thinking if I wasn't so nice, I would blacken his eye. With each cookie she took, he took one too. When only one was left, she wondered what he would do. With a smile on his face and a nervous laugh, he took the last cookie and he broke it in half. He offered her half as he ate the other. She snatched it from him and thought, oh, brother, this guy has some nerve and he's also rude. Why didn't he even show any gratitude? She had never known when she had been so galled and sighed with relief when her flight was called. She gathered her belongings and headed to the gate, refusing to look back at the thieving ingrate. She boarded the plane and sank in her seat. Then she sought her book, which was almost complete. As she reached into her baggage, she gasped in surprise. There was her bag of cookies in front of her eyes. If mine are here, she moaned in despair. The others were his, and he tried to share. Too late to apologize, she realized with grief that she was the rude one, the ingrate, the thief. Now, I know that the point of this story is clear, but sometimes we are so certain of our own story that it's hard to see that we might be missing some valuable information, especially when it comes to our perceptions of others. We have been so conditioned to categorize people. And really, once we've been told a certain narrative, and this narrative might be told by either ourselves or by other people, but once we've categorized a certain group of people into a certain narrative, it can be really hard to believe that any other narrative could possibly be true. But seeking to know what else might be true is the sign of true emotional maturity.